You've booked a ski trip, $100 non-refundable to Michigan. A week later, you find a better one, Wisconsin, $50, and everything about it looks like more fun. So you book that too. Then you notice the problem. They're the same weekend. You can only go on one, and neither ticket can be refunded or sold. So which do you choose? The $50 trip you'll enjoy more, or the $100 trip you'll enjoy less? When psychologists put exactly this to people, more than half picked Michigan. The worse weekend, on purpose. Not because they wanted it, because it cost more. This is Mind the Gap. Today, the sunk cost fallacy, the reason you finish the terrible movie, stay in the wrong job, and keep pouring money into the thing that's already lost. And the reason almost every explanation of it stops one layer too shallow. Start with the name. A sunk cost is anything you've already spent and can't get back. Money, time, effort. Sunk. Gone. Unrecoverable. And the fallacy is simple to state. Letting that spent, unrecoverable cost drive a decision it should have nothing to do with. The $50 and the $100 are both already gone. Rationally, the only question left is which weekend you'd enjoy more. But that is not how it feels. The popular explanation is loss aversion, a well-documented quirk where a loss hurts about twice as much as the same-sized gain feels good. Walking away from the Michigan trip means booking a $100 loss, and your mind will do almost anything to dodge that feeling. So you go. You waste the better weekend to avoid feeling like you wasted the money. There's a beautifully clean demonstration of this. In 1985, two researchers, Arkes and Arkes Blumer, studied people buying season tickets to a theater. As each person paid, they were secretly, randomly handed one of three prices. Some paid the full $15. Some got $2 off. Some got $7 off. Same seats, same plays, same season. The only difference between these people was a discount slip they'd had no say in. Then the researchers simply counted how many plays each person actually showed up to. In the first half of the season, the full-price group attended more plays, about 4 out of the first 5, while the discounted groups came to noticeably fewer. Nothing separated these people except what they had paid. And the ones who'd paid more felt the empty seat more, so they went. By the second half of the season, the effect had faded. The further the payment slipped into the past, the weaker its pull. Now blow that up to national scale. In the 20th century, Britain and France teamed up to build a supersonic passenger jet, the Concorde. Partway in, it was already clear the plane would never earn its money back. The rational move was to stop. They didn't, and the reason given again and again was that too much had already been spent to quit now. That is the fallacy said out loud, as policy, with a famous plane at the end of it. The term the Concorde fallacy comes straight from this episode. So far, so tidy. People and governments hate to waste what they've spent. Except here's the crack in that story. If this were really just about hating waste, then it shouldn't matter whose waste it is. A wasted dollar is a wasted dollar. But it turns out it matters enormously whose dollar it was. And that single fact breaks the whole "it's about the money" explanation. Here's the experiment that breaks it. In 1976, a researcher named Barry Staw sat 240 business students down and made each one a company's financial officer. Their first job, pour $10 million of research money into one of the company's 2 divisions. Pick one. Then time passed in the scenario, and the results came back. For some of them, the division they had backed was doing badly, losing ground, bleeding money. Now the move that matters. A second group of students walked into the exact same failing situation. Same company, same losing division, same numbers on the page. But they were told that some previous officer had made that first $10 million bet. Not them, they'd just inherited the mess. Then everyone, both groups, was handed $20 million more and asked one question. Where does it go now? Remember, the situation on paper is identical. Same failing division, same red ink, same choice. The only thing that differs is a single word. Did you make the original call, or did someone else? Watch what that word does. The people who had inherited the failing project from someone else put in about $9 million more. The people who had personally chosen it in the first place put in about 13 million, a third more good money after bad, into the same sinking division. And they rated its odds of turning around as better too. Same dollars, same losses. The only thing that changed was whether their own name was on the first decision. So it was never really about the money, it was about the decision. Throwing more in wasn't protecting the investment, it was protecting the story that the first choice had been a good one. And this quietly rewrites the whole thing. What you're so desperate not to waste isn't the money. The money is gone either way. What you can't stand to waste is being right. Quitting the doomed project, walking out of the bad movie, ending the 4-year relationship that isn't working. Each one forces the same admission. I was wrong, and everything I put in is lost. Keeping going lets you postpone that sentence one more day. So people don't escalate because they're bad at arithmetic. They escalate because stopping means signing off on a mistake, and continuing means you can still tell yourself the jury is out. The real sunk cost isn't the money in the hole, it's the version of you that dug it. Which raises a strange question. If the sunk cost fallacy runs this deep, a thing about ego and identity and not wanting to be wrong, then you'd expect it to be built in. Fundamental, something we're simply born doing. We're not. Young children barely do this at all. Put a small child in a situation where they've spent something on a boring option and can freely switch to a fun one, and they'll just switch. No guilt, no hesitation, no loyalty to the cost, and it isn't only children. Across the animal world, researchers have struggled to find a single clean case of a creature throwing good resources after bad the way we routinely do. The most sophisticated reasoners on the planet are the only ones reliably getting this wrong. Why? The answer, from researchers Hal Arkes and Peter Ayton, is almost funny. We get this wrong because we were taught to. Somewhere growing up, every one of us absorbed a rule. Don't be wasteful. Don't leave food on the plate. Don't throw away something you paid for. Finish what you started, and that rule is good. Most of the time it serves us well, but we learn it so early and so hard that we start applying it everywhere, including the one place it makes no sense. Costs that are already gone and can't be recovered no matter what we do. A small child hasn't fully installed "don't waste" yet, so they're immune to it. We spent years installing the very rule that traps us. The fallacy isn't a bug we're born with, it's a virtue we overgrew. Now, to be fair, not every refusal to quit is this fallacy. Sometimes finishing the hard degree really is worth it. Sometimes staying builds a reputation for follow-through that pays off later. Persistence and stubbornness look identical from the outside. The difference is entirely about which way you're facing. Persistence looks forward. This is still worth it, from here. The fallacy looks backward. I can't stop because of everything behind me. The trap was never caring about your investments. The trap is letting the size of the hole decide whether to keep digging, which hands you the one question that cuts straight through it. When you're stuck, the job, the project, the relationship, the movie, the plane, the useless question is the one your mind wants to ask. How much have I already put into this? That number is a sunk cost. It's gone. It cannot be spent again, no matter what you choose next. The honest question is the forward one. Starting from right now, knowing everything I know today, with none of it recoverable, would I choose this again? If a stranger walked up and offered you this exact situation, fresh, with no history attached, would you take it? If the answer is no, then the years, the money, the effort behind you are not a reason to stay. They're just the price of the ticket, and the ticket is already paid. Which brings us back to that ski weekend, the $100 trip and the $50 trip. By the time you're choosing, both are paid, both are gone, and the money is exactly as spent either way. The only thing left to decide is where you'd rather be. So the $50 trip, the one you'll actually enjoy, isn't the wasteful choice. It's the only rational one on the board. The waste already happened the moment those tickets became non-refundable. Everything after that is just you deciding whether to compound it. So the next time you catch yourself saying, "But I've already put so much in," notice what that sentence really is. It's not a reason, it's a receipt, and you don't owe the past a single thing it can't give back. If this is the kind of idea you want more of, subscribing is genuinely the only reason a small channel like this one gets to keep making them. This has been Mind the Gap. Now go enjoy the trip you'd actually pick.